Beloved, it wasn't a mistake. It was God's plan. That pain, that delay, that detour, it wasn't a mistake. God's hand was in it and will continue to be in it. When you thought it was failure, it wasn't. It was God setting you up. It was a setup, beloved. God only sets you up to win. He only sets you up for success. And so every closed door that you experience, every heartbreak that you felt, every so-called wrong turn that you made, there is no such thing as wrong turns when you are called, when you are chosen in the beloved, because the Bible says he makes every crooked path straight. So know that God is ordering your steps, and it's all leading you to where you're meant to be. You had to go through it all. You had to go through everything that you went through. If it didn't happen, you wouldn't have grown. If they didn't leave, you wouldn't have found your worth. Because sometimes, not sometimes, beloved, all the time, when we're in the wrong relationships, whether it be work, romantic, family, cities, being in a relationship with a city, living in the wrong city, when we're in the wrong space, place, and time, it creates delays. But I promise you, God is not going to waste your pain. He uses it for a purpose. It's what gives you the experience and wisdom and understanding. What you thought was breaking you was actually building you. I don't know if you know, but God didn't build you to break. You're not built to break. You're not behind in time. Your biological clock isn't running out on you. You're not too old. You haven't wasted too much time. You're exactly where God needs you to be and wants you to be and has you. Trust Him. The best is still coming. The Bible says your latter years is greater than your former years. So know this. Your way feels faster. God's way, sometimes it takes a little longer, but it's better. Because in what we call delay is actually the process of building us to be able to carry the blessing. I've seen people get blessed, and not all blessings are from God. I've seen people win the lottery, and I've seen people who were redeemed from drugs and alcohol and porn, and God redeemed them, healed them, and delivered them from things like that. And they got a hold to some money, or they thought that they had finally met their boo thing. And that so-called blessing just took them right back to where they were before the deliverance happened. And a lot of them were worse, because the Bible says when a house is swept clean, that devil will come back with 7 more devils, even stronger than before. And that person ended up in total demon possession. So we know that you had a plan and a vision and a timeline, but God's ways are higher than ours. He sees what we can't see. That delay, that detour, it's not rejection. It's just redirection. It's Him straightening up the crooked path that we're on. I know that we have a plan for our life, but God has a plan for our life, plan to prosper us, not plans to harm us, plans for a hope in the future, and plans to bring us to an expected end. And so, beloved, that's why we have to trust Him and not jump on the fads for our plans. He says he gives us power to get wealth. And so a lot of us know that that's a part of our DNA, and we can feel it. We can almost touch it because we know that wealth is a part of financial wealth is a part of our blueprint. And so we can't do it our way by jumping onto fads. And, everybody wants to do an Airbnb, or everybody wants to, flip real estate. Every fad that comes along, we jump on it. And I want to say, beloved, when you surrender, you'll see that His way leads to what you truly need. And it doesn't allow the enemy to steal time. Because when we're doing it our way, we're spinning our wheels. We're allowing the devil to steal time, even though God will give us back the years the cankerworm, the palmer worm, and the locusts have eaten. I prefer not to let that low down, dirty dog take nothing from me. And so that's why staying in God's will as perfectly as possible will eliminate that. And God's timing is perfect. We don't need to have to chase. We don't have to stress, or we don't even have to figure it out. There's a blueprint over our life. And if you don't know the blueprint, ask the Lord and He'll give it to you. Why would He not give you the blueprint to your life so that you can partner with Him? What's meant for you, it will find you, because what you want wants you. And it'll all happen when you align with Him. For some of us who want to be married, we have to stop sleeping around. We have to stop dating. We have to learn how to be still and let God bring our man to us, or position us to where He can find us. It's written that when a man finds a wife, he finds the wife. And so we don't have to go on dating apps, and we don't have to put ourselves out there, but we do need to be led by the Lord and listen when He says, okay, there's an event going on over there. I think you should go to that event. It's like that. We don't have to do it our way. And so I just want to encourage you, beloved, to know that our way, it leads to frustration, and we get so frustrated with the Lord. And beloved, sometimes it's because we're just doing our own thing and don't know it. God does not need our help. He just needs our faith and our obedience. The only time He needs our help is when He's giving us instructions. He doesn't need our creative ideas on how to get us the breakthrough. You tried forcing doors to open up. You were chasing people who wasn't even meant to be in your life because you thought they had a piece of your blueprint. You came fully whole with your blueprint downloaded in you. You held on to what God was trying to remove from your life. You held on to people, places, things, and situations that God was trying to remove. And it left you drained. It left you feeling rejected, dejected, marginalized. You tolerated behavior from people toward you that you shouldn't have ever tolerated. And I'm hoping, family, that you're allowing the Lord to increase your stock by just moving forward. God's way leads to peace, beloved. When you surrender, things start to align. The right doors open, the right people enter, the weight lifts. You start to feel a sense of joy or happiness, a sense of peace, that everything, that peace, inner peace, that everything is good, all is well. Because His way is higher and His way is wiser than ours. And I want to tell you lastly, beloved, trust the process. Stop fighting God for control. Your arms are too short to box with God. Stop fighting for control. Just let Daddy Man lead. Let our Daddy lead us. The Lord is our shepherd. We shall not want. Or I like to say, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not be in lack. What does the shepherd do? The shepherd leads the sheep beside greener pastures, beside still waters, where everything is good. So even when you don't understand, even when it hurts, even when you're fearful, He is working all things for your good. Trust the process, beloved, and watch the manifestation of your life come in.